Hello everyone. We are going to build very simple detail in Revit. That's the JPEG of it. Simple detail of basic wall. So let's go to Revit, then projects, new, template. We will use architectural template. OK. And then save the project, desktop. I can call this D1 as stands for detail 1. Options, change it for number 1, then save it. Then in project browser, go to level 0 and then create a wall. So wall architectural. Then from the list, choose this wall external brickwork and blocks. That wall could be just in the middle. Then go to view, section, and then create a section somewhere here. Then go to the section, and in this section, what we want to do, we want to change the height of the wall. Select the wall, go to your properties window, and top constraint, change it for level 1. So now the wall starts from level 0 and finished at level 1. Now this crop region, I'm going to turn it off. Also the style and the levels. So the levels, I would like to move it somewhere here so I can see the wall. Then the style, visual style, change it for shaded. Nothing changed, but that's fine. And then the detail for fine. Now we can see how is the wall filled. So next, view, callout, rectangle, and create that rectangle somewhere here. Then what happened now, making this callout, is that next to our section, we have a new view that is called section 1 callout. Left click that, right click and rename. We will call this detail 1. Okay, so we have two views in sections, detail 1 and section 1. Now if we double click the callout, we'll go to the callout view, and what we want to change is the scale into 1:5, and also I would like to change to fine, and we would like to change to hidden line. Then what we could do is to extend our crop region. That's the one annotation crop region, as I'm going to put some text here. So we can actually keep the callout here, but just for our text, I would like to extend this area here. So if we put some text, it's going to be visible even the crop region finished here. Now, next, I would like to hide this crop region. So hide crop region. And then select that wall and duplicate it. So select it, edit type, duplicate, and the new wall is going to be with extra layer of air. So let's add brickwork, then 50 air, and then let's change this insulation for 85. Then delete number 2 at the back, and also the blocks, instead of 100 I would like to use it 120. Then OK. Then we have to change our structure. We need to add air, so insert and then move it down, then change this to that's the exterior side. Yes, so that's going to be air, and then this is going to be air. If you cannot find it, just type it here. Then OK. That was 50. Then this was 85. That was 120. If you don't see the full names, you can actually stretch that and stretch the window so you can see full names. Brick, air, plaster, that's fine. So OK, and then OK. That affects our wall. Then the main thing we are going to do today is to create details of from the wall of the wall. So what I'm going to do next is we'll add some insulation. So annotate, then insulation, and that was 85. And also what I want to do is to change the way I'm going to place it to the near side. And then just go all the way up. And I would like to lock this insulation into the wall. The reason is, if for some reason you have to move your 3D wall in your project, your insulation will stay out of the wall. So to avoid that, we can use this trick with annotate aligned, and we can align our isolation, which is this line. If you hold it for a second, Revit will let you know what is this. It says insulation button. So left click and then find part of the wall, which you can use any part. If you use the tab key, then you can change the selection, and it says now walls. Left click, then empty space, and then lock it. Next, right click, select it, right click, hide in view by elements. That trick, if you move the wall now, you can see that isolation is following the 3D wall. Next, what we want to do, we want to add some bricks and some blocks. To do it, we can use our repeating detail component. So it's in annotate component, repeating detail component, and then from the list, brickwork section. Then offset 0, that's fine. If you start on this side and the bricks going to the other side, use the spacebar and then keep going up somewhere here. And again, what I would like to do, I would like to lock this 2D element to our 3D element. As you can see now, if I move our wall, the bricks are staying off the wall. To do so, we can select our bricks, then align, find this line using the tab key, then find the line of the detail items, left click, and then lock it. That lock will keep the bricks in one place. Now I have a very strange detail here. How we can hide this or how we can fix it? We can use masking region. If we go to annotate, region, masking region, and we can create a masking region just to hide those lines. Now I don't want actually any lines to be visible in my masking region, so I'm going to change this for invisible lines, and I'm going to create that masking region somewhere here. Next, align, and I want to align that line into here. So this and lock it. That means when I move that wall, the masking region will follow. And also what I want to do, I want to keep this line and this line. Actually, let me see. Annotate, align, this line. So it's part of our masking region. Left, left, and left, and lock it. So what that means, when we move the wall into the left or right, that line will follow the other line. So masking region will always stay 120. Next, finish it, left click, and that is gone now. Let's test it. If we select our 3D wall, move it, and you can see all the 2D elements are moving together with our 3D wall. What's next? The next is our our blocks. We can use the same component, repeating detail component, and then from this list we should find block work 100. Okay, and as I remember, we actually use 120. As you can see, they are too small. To change that, we can go to our component, detail component, and then we need to find our blocks. So blocks, standard type. Where are the blocks? Here, detail items block section. So if I get any block, let's say 100, and then if I go to edit type, I can duplicate 120 block. I'll just delete block. And next, once I have a new type, I can change the thickness to 120 and then OK. And this time, escape. This time, if I go to component, repeating detail component, I can create repeating detail component. I can create the 120. So edit type, duplicate 120. OK, and then detail, change it for the one that we just created, 120. And let's leave the rest as was before. Then OK, and we can just place that here. Select that. Maybe just stretch it. What else? there is a detail here that I don't like. I just want to hide this gap. So what I can do the same trick as I did before with the bricks, creating masking region. First of all, actually, I would like to lock 2D element into our 3D element. So I moved out first of all, then selected, align, and then find a line that you want to align to. So this one, then this one, lock it. Let me test it. If I select, actually whatever I select, I should, now it's actually difficult to select the 3D wall as we have a lot of 2D parts. Now if I move 3D wall, as you can see, all other elements are moving together with the wall. Okay, so what's next? We have this, and then let's fix this detail. Annotate region, masking region, and then rectangle. And we can snap to this side, and we can snap to the other side. And we can select all the edges and change it for invisible lines. Now, do we want invisible? Maybe not, because the invisible lines will actually hide our line in here, which is kind of wrong. So what I want to do, I want to keep this both lines, select holding Control key. I want those lines to be thin lines, and I want those lines, the top lines, to be invisible lines. And then finish that. And actually, I forgot to align it. So edit boundary again, use the align tool, and align to our wall. So if you come over here and you use the tab key, so use the tab until you will see, you can see walls. Okay, it says walls now, so left click, and then the second left click should be with the sketch detail lines. As you can see, it's now, so left, and then lock it. Now, if you get confused, what you could do is move it out, then align, and then left click, lock it, finish that. Let's test it. So tab key, the wall selected, move it. Yes, everything works well now. What's next? Next, we will use our keynotes, and we are going to place some names. So keynotes, and which one? Element keynote will say that is a wall, but what we want to actually say what is that wall made of. So material keynote is the right one this time. And then we can place the keynotes. So let's start it, let's say here. And if we go somewhere here, Revit will ask us to choose the right number and name. That is based on NBS, so National Building Standards naming system. The plasterboard, we can choose M20 280, so gypsum plaster scheme on plasterboard. Or actually, let's see, actually this drawing, we can choose K10 410. So let's change it for K10 401. Yes, that's perfect. Then OK. And then Revit automatically will name that. Now I would like to change the end here. So to do so, select it, select the Keynotes, go to Edit Type, and change the leader arrowhead for fill dot 3 millimeters. Then OK. Now I have this dot 3 millimeters. I can move it somewhere here so that we know this dot belongs to our Keynotes. Then next, the blocks. Let's see the name, the blocks F10 350. So Keynote, material Keynotes. Then place it somewhere here and here. What was that? F10 350. So F10 350. Okay. Next, we have a installation. So left click, left click, and left click. Let's see the number, which is P11 220. P11 220. Next, we have the air. Let's see, it's you. So this one. And then we have some bricks, left, left, left. And that is going to be F10. So it's here, F10, bricks. Or we can actually say F10, 110. Then OK. And that's it. So what's next? Next, we can go to our sheets and we can change the size. This is A1. We don't have any other sheets. So what we need to do, go to Insert, Load Family, then scroll down, Tie to Blocks, and then you can bring, let's say, the last three, A2, A3, A4. Okay, once you have it, select our Tie to block, and from this list, choose A3 metric. Then bring our section somewhere here, and then bring our detail somewhere here. Okay, if the detail is too big, activate view, show crop region, select that crop region, stretch it, make it smaller. So that one can go up to here. What's next? Turn hide crop region. Double click outside, bring this name close to our detail 1. Change that line, selecting the view, and then move it back. So that's detail 1. Maybe actually activate the view. Just going to move it up. Okay, so we have more space for our names. Hide it, double click outside. Then I can move this name here. And then our section line also can be shorter. And double click. Actually modified also the callout. So callout says now that this view, the detail from this wall is in our A100 sheet, which is correct. If we take a look, the name of it, yes, that's the same. And that's it. That's our final detail, which is the combination of 3D and 2D elements.